Good afternoon and welcome to SSG's Lunch and Learn. Today we have the Starkloff Institute joining us and we're so happy to have them. Just a little bit about us. We are the Family and Community Engagement Department. My name is Deborah Fiasco and I work in this department. Here's our mission: to partner with students, families, and staff to support students in specialized academic, social, and emotional needs, and to promote self-determination, equitable opportunities, and authentic inclusion. So this presentation today fits right in with what our mission statement is. This is a webinar and it is being recorded. So the session's being monitored live through YouTube. Use the comment section in the Zoom to ask questions and you can receive responses then. But always be mindful that webinars cannot be guaranteed, that they're confidential. So don't share any identifiable information or private information. We'll give you information on how to contact both the presenters and the FACE department at the end of this presentation if you have specific questions. If you have additional assistance, please put it in the chat to the host. Our closed caption has been activated, and a recording of this webinar will be available after this presentation. And now I'm going to hand it over to Katie and Danielle from the Starkloff Disability Institute. Welcome, ladies, and thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Deb.
I am Katie Fields. I am the College Outreach Coordinator and a Disability Inclusion Consultant here at Starkloff Disability Institute. And I am joined by Danielle Jafrida.
Hi, everyone. My name is Danielle Jafrida. I am the Dream Big Coordinator, which is also our high school and middle school program.
Excellent. So we are from Starkloff Disability Institute. If you haven't heard of us, we are a nonprofit located in St. Louis, though we serve candidates all across the country. Our focus is to build economic independence for disabled people. We want to make sure the spaces that they live, learn, work, and play are accessible to them. And really our goal is advancing employment so that folks with disabilities can live independently. Our founder, Max Starkloff, was a disability rights pioneer. And at the age of 21, he was in a car accident and he was left paralyzed from the neck down. And at that time, back in the 1950s, people like Max were placed in institutions, or in his instance, a nursing home. But he wanted a lot more out of life. And so he learned about the independent living movement from Ed Roberts in California. And he and his wife, Colleen Starkloff, brought that philosophy back to St. Louis and made St. Louis one of the first places with bus lifts and curb cuts. And together they founded Paraquad, one of the first 10 centers for independent living here in the U.S. After they got disabled people connected to the resources they needed to live independently, the next step was ensuring disabled people could advance in competitive careers. And Starkloff Disability Institute was formed in 2003 really to achieve that goal. One thing that makes us unique out of many of the disability-focused agencies here in St. Louis and across the country is that we are disability-led, meaning our CEO is an individual who is legally blind. I have several colleagues who are full-time wheelchair users, whether because of muscular dystrophy or paralysis. We've got folks on our team that are deaf and hard of hearing. I am neurodivergent and disabled myself, along with Danielle. And so our disability experiences, our lived experiences, really inform the work that we do. And every program that we have really infuses disability pride and self-advocacy in it, because we know that those skills are really meaningful to develop that sense of pride in your identity. And that ends up translating into,
Okay. So now we're going to talk about
increased employment outcomes. So that's a little bit about us.
All right. Thank you, Katie, for doing the overview of Starkloff Disability Institute. Now we're going to go into our Dream Big program, which is geared towards high school students and now middle school students. So we're very excited to have this. as part of our program, adding middle schools. So what is Dream Big? Dream Big is a program that is focused on career exploration for students with disabilities who are on track to attend some sort of post-secondary education after high school. That could be a 2-year degree, a 4-year degree, a certificate program, an apprenticeship, any sort of post-secondary education that requires some sort of education after they graduate high school. And that could even be the UMSL Succeed program. Who do we serve? We serve high school students and middle school students, and sometimes early students who are in college. And our program is a year-round program for people between the ages of 11 all the way to 21. So basically from middle school, from 6th grade to 21 years old for those who are in education who needs to stay into education until they're 21. So we are going to watch a very short clip video about our Dream Big summer camp. Oh, maybe it will. Okay, so unfortunately the video is not working, but we will definitely share that with you guys in the chat or afterwards. So what is Dream Big Career Camp? Dream Big Career Camp serves high school students and now middle school students who are wanting to plan some sort of post-secondary education, like I've said before. The goal of Dream Big Summer Camp is to help students explore the wide range of career opportunities that are available and to learn what it takes to be a successful, independent adult with a disability and also lead them to economic independence. How do we do this? We do this by hosting week-long camps during the summer where students visit and engage with disability welcome workplaces and employers. So each day, students are housed at a company. So for each week, they'll interact with 5 companies. And each week has a different focus. Some of our focuses are STEM companies. And just to name some of them, Boeing, Bayer, Cigna, Riot Games, just to name some of our STEM companies. Our trade and technical companies can include Ameren, Clayco, St. Louis Community College Culinary Arts School, anything that that students may need, like a 2-year degree or a certificate, or maybe even an apprenticeship to get. And then our other weeks are miscellaneous weeks, so they can include some STEM, some trade and technical weeks, but companies, but they can also include Wells Fargo, Ameren, not Ameren, I'm sorry, I already mentioned Ameren, Wells Fargo, Fleshman Hillard, BJC, all sorts of different companies that students may not know about what they want to do. So this is why they may do our miscellaneous mixture week of camps. So this year, the summer schedule, we have the summer schedule set out. So the second week of June, so June 10th through the 14th is our middle school week, and we're going to do a variety of companies. Our second week of camp is for high schoolers, and that's June 24th through the 28th. And some of these companies may have a geared focus towards STEM. And then our second week in July is focused on middle school, and these are going to be geared towards students who are miscellaneous and who may not know what they want to do. And then our last week of camp is the last week of July, the 4th week of July, which is July 22nd to the 26th. And again, this may gear towards a focus towards trade and technical week. So that's our big focus of camps. But during the academic year, we have several different events that we do. We have Career Club, which is taking a piece of Dream Big right out, Dream Big Career Camp right out of camp and producing it on virtual during the academic year, where we have career clusters, and then we bring in folks within that career clusters, anywhere from 3 to 6 people, professionals. And these professionals are normally, we try to get them people with disabilities. And within that, for example, our next one is December 6th. and we are going to have trade and cybersecurity, and we have several people already on board who are already individuals with disabilities who do this kind of work. And then we also have our peer events as well, which is the third Wednesday of every month, where we take some of our disability curriculum and then we bring it to our peer events, and we do a 5 to 10 minute discussion about disability pride and what it takes to work there. And then after that, we also do, we have fun. Our students love trivia, so we 90% of the time play trivia, but I try to mix it up and play Jeopardy and all that good stuff. And then we don't forget about our parents. Our parents, we know, have very hard questions, especially for our students who are transitioning on to high school or transitioning on to that post-secondary education. So depending on the parent roundtable, we bring in outside resources that are gems that not a lot of people know about, and we bring those guests in to talk to our families and learn about what resources they are, and they can ask questions and learn about what it takes. For example, our next parent roundtable, which is November 29th at 6 p.m., is going to be on IEPs, and we have a wonderful individual named Alice Brewer, and she's going to talk about IEPs and what you should know and what should be included in IEPs. In general, this is a roundup of our Dream Big programs. And the Dream Big academic year runs from September through April. And then our summer camps, as I explained, are June and July. And now we're going to have Katie talk about Access U.
All right. As Danielle mentioned, I am the college outreach coordinator, and I coordinate Access U. Access U is a free career development program for disabled college students or folks who are in any sort of post-secondary education. So whether that's 2 or 4-year college, trade or tech school, in an apprenticeship, I am here. Access U is here to provide career advising to these students at no cost. So why does Access U exist? Well, what we've seen is that many colleges want to support disabled students, but they don't understand the unique barriers disabled students face when it comes time to find employment. And there's this misconception that, a college degree alone is enough to get a job, and that is just not the case. And so we at Starkloff wanted to create a way where we could get involved in colleges, connecting with their disability resource offices and their career offices to train them, to make sure they had resources, and then to provide direct support to the students they serve. So what do we offer to students? We offer free individualized career advising with an emphasis on disability pride. We take that journey with them through college. We figure out what are their career goals, what are they trying to work toward, and then we help prepare them to achieve those goals. So one of the most common topics we will work on with a college student with a disability is, how do you talk about your disability as a unique strength with an employer? What should you say and what shouldn't you say? How do you talk about your disability as a strength? How do you request accommodations in the workplace? How do you identify inclusive employers that are ready to welcome disabled talent? We address all of these concerns through workshops and events on different college campuses, along with some of the programming that we run directly with students. In addition to that, we have a lot of self-paced curriculum on Canvas, an online learning management platform that allows students to access career support at their own pace. And then we offer open office hours, so students can tune in virtually, no matter what campus they're at, whether they're in Missouri or not. They can tune in typically weekly to practice the skills that they're learning, to ask questions, to get guidance and feedback. Whatever it is that they need support with, we are here and ready to help them address those challenges. I think what makes us unique as a program, one, is that it's disability led. Can we go back one slide?
Sorry.
You're fine. It is disability-led programming, which means the person that is providing this advising has a bit of an idea of what it's like to be a disabled job seeker. And I really think that informs the work that we do. Again, our curriculum is completely infused with disability pride. That is the focal point of what we do because we know it positively impacts one's job search. What also makes us unique is we have connections to more than 50 plus company partners in St. Louis and beyond. Danielle mentioned some of our corporate partners: Nestle Purina, Bayer, Boeing, Millipore Sigma. We have BJC, Cigna, we have Bayer, Danforth Plant Science Center, a lot of amazing organizations local, and then some spread out nationally. All of these folks are really eager to add disabled talent to their workforce. And so while we don't do job placement, what we can do is if one of our employer partners has an internship opportunity and that student is a great fit and meets the qualifications, we can help network with the recruiters at that organization to make sure that that student's application gets a little bit extra attention. Whether that'll turn into a job or not is going to depend on the skill set of the student and how that job application goes, but we do try to make connections for our students to help them advance in their careers. I also love that Access U offers social opportunities. So we host peer events just about every month for disabled college students to get together in solidarity with one another, to share out about what their semester's been like, to vent, because oftentimes we're facing inaccessible environments and ableism. And so it's really nice for these students to get to be in a space with other disabled students who are going through similar challenges. And together we build fellowship while we play trivia and games like Danielle mentioned. A lot of students, when they get to college, can feel isolated. And so this is a really great way to keep people socializing and engaged with one another. I think one more thing that makes us unique is that we provide a pipeline of support for college graduates. So if somebody is working with us while they're a student, the support they receive does not end when they graduate. Once they graduate college, we have the Starkloff Career Academy, which provides free career development and advising to disabled professionals looking to start their first career or advance in their career. Maybe it's to gain a leadership role, whatever that is. We have the support necessary to support these individuals as they move on past college and into their career. So to participate in Access U, there's a few qualifications. One, we want you to be enrolled currently in some sort of college, trade, tech school, apprenticeship. So you're post-high school and you are currently enrolled in some sort of post-secondary education. We also want you to identify as having a disability. Now, traditionally, we're not going to request much documentation, if any, because we like to trust folks when they say they have a disability, but that is an important piece of this. And then our other qualification is that you're committed to enhancing your career development without much parental intervention. Does that mean parents can't be involved? No. However, we want to focus on how can we make you competitive as a job seeker. And we know that parents can't join interviews with their student. And so we want to be building their skills in a low stakes environment so that they are ready when it comes time to find that job. And that means slowly stepping away from parental intervention and beginning to practice these skills independently. Some strengths of Access U. I like to hear from students involved because I think they tell the story the best. And so these are some quotes from some of our former participants. One of our internship intensive participants in 2020 stated, "Before Access U, I never thought I could find pride in my disability identity or use my disability experience as a strength when looking for a job." Another participant says, I am so excited to be heading to Washington, D.C. as a product design intern at the Washington Post. I couldn't have done it without the help of Access U and the internship intensive. Thank you for your support. And then college partners, right? We mentioned career offices not always having the resources to support disabled students. And so we're providing them with resources and with training, professional development opportunities to widen their knowledge on disability. And some of our partners who've participated in our trainings have said, I have more confidence in helping the students I serve, and I look forward to working through the resources provided with those students so they can feel more confident too. So not only are we working directly with students, but we're working with the staff and faculty at colleges who are serving these students too, so that students can have a well-rounded, positive college experience.
So if you would like to get involved and would like more information for Dream Big, you can feel free to contact me. My name's Danielle Jafrida, and I am the Dream Big coordinator. My email address, there's my email address, there's my direct phone number. And also, if you would like to look more on our website, you can go to dreambigcamp.org.
And as I mentioned, I'm Katie Fields, the College Outreach Coordinator here at Starkloff Disability Institute. If you'd like to reach out to me, I invite you to at kfields@starkloff.org or 314-860-3085. You can also get involved in Access U by visiting accessu.org. And I do want to do one more shameless plug. We also provide disability inclusion and allyship trainings. So if ever in the classroom you would like, maybe at your school, some additional training from disabled professionals, we are here and happy to help you with that. We also love providing our curriculum in the classroom. So if you'd ever like a session for your students on resume writing or disability disclosure or disability pride or self-advocacy, I hope you'll consider reaching out to us.
Thank you so much. I learned something every time. I think I really know your program, but I learned so much. So thank you both for being here with us today. I'm going to do a little shameless plugs for the FACE department. First flyer on there has a QR code for just the all of our offerings, and that's our homepage. This is the third in our series of Lunch and Learns. We've got Mizzou Pause. We've got an alternatives to guardianship coming up, and then the ARC's Next program through the rest of this school year. The other thing that FACE offers is an opportunity for families to come and get help at our North County Technical Hub. And so we have CASTLE, the Community Action Agency that comes. Those are the dates they come and help with energy assistance and things like that. We have vocational rehabilitation that is coming this week. The time has changed. That 12 to 2 is changed from 9 to 11. But they'll be there to help families maybe navigate the VR system and answer questions without having to make an appointment and go to the VR office. And we have the Higher Education Consortium too, that really helps with that post-secondary education information. And those are the dates scheduled December 1st and April 5th. Some of our other offerings that we've already had, we just wrapped up our Family Academy on November 4th. Look for the information on our next one, which will be February 24th, that offers a variety of vendors and information that families can choose about literacy or numeracy or social emotional learning. We have our Family Cafe, which is an opportunity for families to just really come and have fellowship, not necessarily learn new things from us, but we learn about ourselves together and really get that community, build that community with other families. Tomorrow night is our last one. It's not too late to RSVP, but we do ask you to RSVP because we do provide some food and we need to make sure we have enough materials. And then we have, this is new, this school year, a virtual open house. So we have 2 evenings and 2 daytime opportunities to really just in about a half an hour's time, kind of like our lunch and learn, log on or come back to it because these are all recorded and see more information about the SSD structure and how to get resources through FACE. So it's a nice little tutorial for families that are maybe new to SSD, new to the area, or just have some questions about the how things work here at SSD. Again, you had their contact information. You can always contact us at FACE. So our main number, 314-989-8460, and that will go into our system and one of us will get back to you. You can email all of us again at face@ssdmo.org or visit our webpage on FACE. We're under the Family and Community Agency from the SSD webpage. We are asking with this QR code today for you to provide some feedback about today's experience using that QR code. So if you're watching live, pull out your phones now. And if you're watching a recorded one, we still want feedback. We always want feedback, not only about the experience that you have with us in the moment when we do it, but about what more we can do. What other community providers and agencies. We're so blessed to have this wonderful collaboration with so many of our vendors and community agencies. And so we always want to help families connect, not just with us, but with our community agencies as well. So give us some feedback. We are always here to answer your questions or help you navigate the system. So again, Danielle and Katie, thank you so much for being here with us today. I appreciate it. And again, I learned so much and I want you to all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.